bad hair day, but I'm heading to London.
Every time I travel, I secretly daydream that moving to a new place will solve all my problems. Let's see if London has answers for me. Off we go!
Sun in London.
Great. I found a quiet place to have a quick chat on what I think so far. For the record, I'm here for just the weekend. I've only been to London 3 times in my life. Once when I was really young and in high school, as well as now as a working adult. I am Korean, born and raised, and started building my life in the States as someone who's lived in 10 different cities. And now, toying with the idea of moving to a new continent, I felt that this trip will teach me one or two things about London.
So we're gonna walk over to
Uh-huh.
which is gonna be a bit crowded, but it's gonna be so good. The weather is so nice. And then we're gonna walk to lunch. Indian food? 진짜 좋다. 진짜. This is like so rare. 와우. 진짜 발렌타인데이 최고.
It's been so long since I've seen a clear blue sky. And looking back, I don't think I gave myself the permission to enjoy it.
너무 예뻐 진짜.
Stressed by a lot of things happening around the world, US immigration news, and just life in general, I was really tense. So to decompress, I booked our quarterly sister trip last minute without a plan.
Alright, we're gonna get closer to the Big Ben.
Looking at the clouds, I felt like a kid again. In my science class, I loved learning about all the different shapes and names of the clouds that I wanted to be a cloud scientist one day. I thought by being a scientist, all I do is touch clouds. But nope, just a consultant for now, looking for some matcha to wake me up.
이것 봐, 달고나 있고. 난 이거 보고 딱 한국 샵인 줄 알았어. Come somewhere else. 마차. 어디 보자, 마차. 나 한 마차 할게. 이거 괜찮다, 가격도.
A Matcha latte, and the plastics here are very sturdy. I think it's because they're more environmentally friendly. And now we're at a donut place to get my sister her coffee.
We're gonna grab lunch here at this Indian place that people are in line for.
We found this restaurant, Dishoom, with 20,000 Google reviews. Someone told me that while London may not be known for their food, they are known for their Indian food. Food is the fastest way for me to experience the city. And eating this buttery deliciousness, I finally felt that comfort sink in. Like I actually arrived. I could settle. Eat this every day in the city. A lot of the energy that I feel from the US cities versus London, it's quite different. I would say it's a bit more subtle, quiet, and I would even say grounded. A lot of people have invisible lines and they're very clear on personal space and it's making sure everyone's following the rules. If I can visualize colors to each city, I would say London is navy, Boston is more or less dark blue, and New York is orange. Vibrant, a lot going on, a bit of a distraction there as well. Obviously, the very first thing you will come across as an obstacle when you move to a new country will be around work visa, work permits, and the legal implications. A lot of people will assume that I am very transitory, that I will treat the company as a stamp and move on in 2 to 5 years. That has not been the case so far for me, and it's been challenging to try to get sponsorship or get myself staffed on a long-term project because of those unknown factors. I've been carrying this for a long time in the US, and I keep thinking I am so close to an answer. But the question just doesn't go away. Why is it taking me this long to feel like I belong? And as a foreigner building a life in a country that isn't mine, I keep replaying the same thing. Was this the right choice?
Here we are at National Portrait Gallery, closing in 2 hours, so we'll take a look inside.
Some days I think maybe life would be easier back home. Korea is so hot right now. It's not a bad place to be. And then I spiral. Did I throw away my good options? Is it too late? Should I go back? What am I even supposed to do? These are the questions I've been asking myself lately over and over. Another thing that I had to work on for myself was how I present myself and the way I communicate. In the US, I've noticed that being direct is the way to go. And In London, and also in Korea too, being polite and not rubbing people off the wrong way is the policy. Even when I was interning in Korea at one point, I was told that the way I communicate could be a little bit considered loud or aggressive. One of the things I've noticed in the US that still attracts me of wanting to stay there longer term comes from the fact that you are complimented and even seen as a successful person for the fact that you are chasing and going after your dreams. Sorry, I had to leave. In the US, I feel like the definition of your goals and dreams / success can come in many forms. But in Korea, for instance, or London, I would also say, that can be quite limiting, at least from my experience. A lot of my friends either ended up in law or academia if they were pursuing humanities major, and friends who study STEM most likely ended up in medicine. And that, to a lot of us, parents, family, society, was considered what success shaped into be. To be fair, I never wanted to be a billionaire or a millionaire. I just wanted to build a life that I am proud of. And I'm still figuring out what exactly that means. Well, we can continue on after I cross the street and make my way to dinner. Here we are. We have arrived. Right on time. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? This place is gorgeous. Everyone's taking pictures. And I kid you not, there were 3 girls in the restroom taking pictures the whole night, serving Mediterranean and Greek food, along with Greek-themed sculptures, and of course, drinks. Look at this! Zero-proof drinks too. Perfect for me. Hehe. This summer actually marks my 4-year anniversary of quitting alcohol forever. But what's been really great isn't the food or the museums or me trying to figure out and analyze London. It's this moment right here, sitting at a table.
Oh, thank you.
Listening to stories I've never heard before. Watching my sister light up when she's with people who knew her in a different chapter of her life.
Wow.
And it hit me that I have friends everywhere now. Friends I can visit, friends I can come back to. And when that happens, a city feels less like a place you're evaluating and more like a place you're allowed to exist in.
Wow. Wait, let's go inside.
And then we ended the night at Dante's, which is funny because it's also in New York. Same name, different city. But the feeling was the same. Stories of flirting with bartenders, little inside jokes like, make my martini very dirty. How dirty? Hudson River dirty, please. That specific kind of laugh that only happens when you've been through enough in life together. Day 2 is going to look a little different though, because it starts with a rain and a huge price tag. On Sunday, we had our Sunday roast. It's a traditional British meal eaten, quite literally, on a Sunday. We had ours at Libertine. Cozy, a little buzzy, and effortlessly charming. It was dim and warm inside, packed with people doing their slow Sunday catch-ups. No one was rushed or checking their phones. The roast itself was very straightforward. Where I got the comfort was sitting together with my sister to enjoy a meal. And I was thinking, this is what I actually want. Presence, someone across my table, a reason to slow down instead of catching up on work. But then we went shopping and I was reminded very quickly that the life I want and the life I can afford aren't always the same thing. This is when I'm reminded how expensive London actually is.
Oh, they make Draco Malfoy so ugly.
Look at all these nice things. Here to spend money. Oh, even the men's. Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. Favorite thing in the world. Man in a suit with a bow tie.
Calories all over the place. Anything that catches your eye?
So pink and pretty.
£20 for this white raspberry. Tea. Oh, not cheap, not cheap. This is a milfeo we had upstairs. Very good. 이거 예쁘네. But English breakfast? I want to get it. 여기 있다, 여기 있다. English breakfast. 이거 맛있었어. It was really good. So I'm in line to buy this tea. I don't know why. The other one was £2 more expensive, or £3. But if anything, this is also from India, Sri Lanka, and Kenya. Packed in Sri Lanka and sold in London. I like the flavor though, so I'm definitely gonna buy it. Found a £50 shopping bag. £50. There's a lot of AI movement happening in the Silicon Valley right now, but what about London? And there were maps with different AI companies saying that they are based here and the presence of AI is definitely growing. And to be fair, there are commercials that I saw on the subway talking about AI finance or using some sort of AI agents to make those investments. I also saw that disconnect of, well, my phone 5G is downgraded to 4G, sometimes 3G. Wi-Fi typically doesn't work downstairs. And maybe because of that, I saw a lot more people on the brighter side present in bars and not actually looking at their phones and making conversations with other people.
So did I find my answers in London? Yes and no. But maybe that's the point. Maybe I've been asking the wrong question. The question I should be asking isn't, where do I belong? But where am I willing to not belong? I don't know yet, but at least I know what I'm actually choosing between. So thank you for watching, and remember to come back to my next video topic on...
Let's go! It's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over.